Okay, very good morning, students, and I'm feeling like that all are keeping well. We are moving to next topic. We already started to discuss. Does everyone have access to cottage and every people? Then we have seen that the poor people, they are lagging behind because of the money, how much they want to give pay to the court or the judge. Then the time, how much they are taking, like that things are there. So what is happening? The poor people, they are not going and they are not getting the court, like that. Then we are coming to the next point. In response to this, the Supreme Court is already in 1980s devised a mechanism of public interest litigation. Please underline that one, PIL, or public interest litigation. Who made it? That is done by Supreme Court in which year? 1980s. And what it that we are going to see? And to increase access to justice. What is the intention of PIL, public interest litigation? That is the to increase the accessment of the justice to the poor people or the all the people. It allowed any individual or organism to file a PIL in the High Court or the Supreme Court on behalf of those whose rights were being violated. Means very important thing. Put a star inside, and as well as it is underlined. What is giving this permission by PIL? It is giving permission. It is allowing the individual or a organization for what? To file a PIL where in High Court or in the Supreme Court on the behalf of whom? The person on the behalf of those whose rights were being violated. If my right is violated, I don't want to go and I am not feeling to go and get justice from the court, but any one of the individual or any one of the organization can go and file PIL. Means the poor people, the voiceless people, instead of them, anybody can go and file case in the format of PIL, where in High Court or Supreme Court it is related to the fundamental rights. The next one, the legal process was greatly simplified, and even letter or a telegram addressed to Supreme Court or the High Court could be treated as PIL. What they given another provision in that, the greatly simplified, they are making it is the most in the symbol form, and in that even a letter, we are sending a letter or a telegram addressing to the Supreme Court or the High Court, and they want to treat as a PIL. Physically we don't want to go and we don't want to detail petition of that. Instead of that, we are writing a small letter or sending a telegram to whom we want to address that one, to the Supreme Court or High Court. Then the Supreme Court and High Court will treat as the PIL. In the early years, PIL was used to secure justice on a large number of issues, such as rescuing bonded laborers from the inhuman work condition, for securing the release of the prisoners in Bihar who had been kept in jail even after their punishment term was completed. In the starting, the people, those who approached the bonded labor, even child labor, and that is those who are working in human condition, there is no proper food or sanitation, no ventilation, like that condition the people were working. That also bonded, it may be for 10 years they can't come out from their working place, like that bonded labor was there. Then some of the prisoners, they was there in the Bihar jail, and even though their punishment time over, it may be 10 years or 14 years, that time over, again they are keeping in the jail. For that purpose, many people, they used PIL. Did you know that the midday meal that children now receives in government and government aided school is because of PIL? That also we studied about the midday meal scheme in 7th standard. Then how it started, that also with the help of PIL. And because that reason, we can see here the story, it is here inside, it is pictures given, and here we will get the explanation of that one. See the photos and on the right and read the text below to understand how this came about. Which one? Midday meal. And we can see in the first picture it is a drought situation. There is no water, there is no food for the animals. They are dying on the in the ground where they are going for grazing. And even we can see the bulk of food items, grains, it is keeping in the kept in the godown. They are again and again they are keeping, not taking out. They are going and keeping that one, I mean storing the food. Then people, they are making some strike to get something. Again we are getting the food, and in the schools or the small Anganwadi, the children are getting food. Okay, photo 1. In 2001, the drought in Rajasthan and Orissa meant that million faced to acute shortage of food. Means they can't get milk because the animals are not getting any grass. Then how they will provide milk? Then second one, meanwhile the government godowns were full of grains. Often this was being eaten away by rats, because the it is keeping for many years like that. So that is even in Rajasthan and Orissa, when they had rice, that time government purchased and kept that one, that is there in the godown. In this situation, the hunger amidst plenty, and an organization called the People's Union of Civil Liberties, or PUCL, filed PIL in the Supreme Court. What is why they filed the case? Because the people, they are suffering without food. Another one, the government godowns, it is full of grains, that is eating, one side it is eating by a rat. Then why that grains can't use for the hunger, to solve the hunger of the people? By that they are asking that the hunger amidst in the what we can say, the plenty, means the government godowns are full of grains, and the people, they are facing hunger in front of that godowns. Okay, the next part we can the next picture, and they are filing the case in the Supreme Court. And the fundamental right to life, which one? That is the fundamental right to life guarantee in Article 21. Please underline that one, which fundamental right to life guarantee in Article 21 of the Constitution included the right to food. The right to food. Now the same condition again we are facing because of this corona pandemic. Many people, they are without work, they are staying at home, and because of corona they can't come outside. Many people, they are not ready to obey the police or the government because of hungry. Then what the government can do? They can provide free food. In some governments they given 1,000 rupees given. Some governments, they are giving extra rations in every month, like that. Some governments are doing, some governments are not doing. So our right, it is the right to life. In that, which one is included? Right to food. Underline that one also. The states excuse that it did not have adequate fund was shown to be wrong. The government, when the court called and asked the government said we don't have enough fund to do this activity. That was wrong, because were overflowing the grains. We have seen the grains again and again, they are collecting and keeping. It was overflowing. The Supreme Court ruled that the state had a duty to provide food to all. Then the Supreme Court said to state, especially to Rajasthan and Orissa, that is the state duty to give food to all. Then fourth one, it therefore directed the government to provide more employment, to provide food at cheaper price through the government ration shops. What the government started to do? They are provided more employment. Many people started to work and giving food items through ration shops, that is in cheaper way, and to provide midday meal to the children in Anganwadi or in the schools. We are the government schools and government aided schools, students are getting the midday meal. And it also appointed 2 food commissioners to report on the implementation of the government scheme. Then Supreme Court and appointed 2 food commissioners for what? How they are the governments, state governments, they are implementing and that scheme, and they want to give the report. Okay, then we can see the ladies, one of the person who is cooking food or making some, we'll read that one. Okay, here, okay, first we will complete this one, then we will come back. Okay, we will continue next.